Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a rambunctious couple in love that loves reacting to some RWBY.
Yeah, we do.
RWBY Volume 8, episode number 11 that we're checking out today. And you can get early ad-free access to our reactions and see a month ahead on Patreon. Link is in the description of this video. You ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
If anyone tries anything, what I've ordered, Mantle is gone. You have 1 hour to respond. I hope you live up to the title I gave you.
Yeah. Just take him out, Winter.
Of course he's not going to do it.
So what? He's bluffing?
No, he's
the whole
not.
City?
It may finally push the kids to see reason.
Who cares?
Harry, you suck. You're the worst.
You're here. I need a squad of drones
more
in
so than Iron
standby
Man.
to drop the payload.
Sir, what for?
I believe I was clear in the broadcast. If they give me a reason, I'm going to remove Mantle from the equation. This is how we save Atlas.
By murdering an entire city.
Saving Atlas? Doing Salem's job for her? I
Please speak up.
believed in you. I thought we could work towards something better.
He's gonna kill you.
But now you're throwing it all away.
If you don't shut your mouth, I'm going to do it for you.
If this is what gets the children to cooperate, then it's worth it.
I don't like this either, but the top priority is...
Do you even believe what you're saying anymore? Do any of you believe in anything? I used to wear this rank with pride. Now I see it for what it really is. A collar.
Oh.
Well done, buddy.
Saving your life.
Yep.
You want a collar? Fine. I'll throw this traitor in the brig, where he belongs.
No, she's gonna let you go.
Okay, Ironwood wants Penny. Otherwise, Mantle is done for. So, how do we stop him?
Crow and Robin are still in his custody. And May said Atlas security drones are watching the crater. So, they're trapped too.
And Salem isn't going to stay gone for much longer.
So then, it's impossible.
See? If Miss Hero with all the answers doesn't have an answer, then we have ours.
Shut up.
Okay, then why don't you just leave?
Can we please just give each other a chance? Emerald's not with Salem anymore. And Ozpin is back. All of this doubt and worry and distrust, it isn't getting us anywhere.
Then nothing has changed! We're in the exact same place we were yesterday! Arguing over what to do while the kingdom waits to die.
Oh, RWBY.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're all right.
Sorry. No matter how much I boost you, they won't go away.
Don't apologize. I got hurt doing what I always do. Just another ditzy move from Nora.
That's not true.
There you go.
How would you know? We were supposed to be a team, but that didn't matter to you. When things went wrong, you pushed us away. You shut people out so you don't have to feel things that are hard.
Just been holding mine in for a while.
Yep.
You're right. I should be apologizing. To both of you. When we lost Oscar and things got difficult, I said terrible things. I've been so angry at myself. For not being as good as the Aesops, for what happened at Robin's rally, for losing the lamp. I thought if I just focused on working harder, getting stronger, that I wouldn't fail. But my biggest failing was as a teammate and as a partner.
Yeah. You succeed together, you fail together.
Ha ha ha! All water under the bridge, buddy. I'm gonna go see if Klein needs any help with Penny.
Ren, I just wish... why didn't you say anything? So we failed as a team, but we succeed as a team too.
I was the one holding us back. Not John, not you, me.
Well, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All I do is make dumb jokes and smash things with a hammer.
What? That's not true.
Even if it was true, that's awesome.
You put everything you have into what you do. You support everyone around you. You help without worrying about how it might hurt. And that's what I love about...
There you go.
Getting
That's
closer.
why
Closer still.
I love you.
There we go.
Yay.
When my mom ran from the Grimm and left me behind, you found me. We became Ren and Nora. But I realized on this mission apart, I don't know who just Nora is. And if I'm ever going to find out, then I have to do it alone. Because I've always loved you, Lyran. And that pretty head on your shoulder seems like it's doing a lot better. But I still gotta get mine sorted out before I can be the partner you need.
Very mature.
Is that okay?
He loves you. Of course it is.
It's definitely okay. Boop.
Yeah.
You get those hallway cameras on a loop?
He's really gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Not if we stop him first.
There might
be a better way.
I'm telling you, there isn't.
Well, this isn't just about you. It's about everyone.
I'm going straight up to the academy, and I am ending this.
Or we fail and people get killed.
He deserves this.
He does. You're both right.
Yep.
Listen, I get it. You are hurting. You've been hurting for a long time. But let's stop pretending that what you're trying to do here is for anyone but yourself. Clover was a lot of things. You respected him. But I gotta tell ya, I think you're the better huntsman. Not because you were the one who walked away, but because you were the one who was fighting for what was right.
Yep.
Don't go telling me that's changed.
Good job.
Yeah. It's the... No. Would they be surprised with seeing?
The puppy?
No. That giant hound kicked us around like we were nothing. But Blake said you and the Shanice managed to take it down. Still having to one-up your big sis, huh?
Did she tell you what it was? Underneath?
Yeah.
You know what that means then.
I wouldn't worry about that.
That's what happened to Mom.
Oh. Ooh.
When I saw its eyes, I knew. Salem used to kill people with silver eyes, like Maria. But she's always wanted me alive. Why would that change unless, when she met Mom, she learned she could do something new?
Ruby.
We shouldn't lie to ourselves. I wasted our time getting Amity up, thinking help would come, but it didn't. And Amity fell.
No, it did. That's who was in the elevator.
I was being childish.
You were being optimistic.
It's Good Witch.
Look, blind optimism isn't great, but no optimism means we've already lost. We need hope. We need to take risks.
But mine didn't work.
They don't always work.
It's still got a warning out. Ruby, they're not called sure things. They're called risks. And in case you didn't notice, my plan for Mantle didn't work either. But we got Oscar back. And did a lot more that was never in the plan. Mom took a risk the day she left. And I don't think it went the way she wanted it to. But she's still my hero.
Hurry!
I can no longer be delayed.
Teddy, please!
I must open the vault! I do not want...
Ruby, stop me! Teddy!
I must open the vault and self-terminate.
Oh.
I've got her! What do we do?
Well, she's the Winter Maiden, so there's not much you can do.
I must open the vault and self-terminate!
Do something!
Hey!
Please,
Boosted.
tell me how to help you.
Kill me. Kill me. And I can make sure the power goes to you. Please.
Oh, that's heavy.
Please! I cannot fight it!
Yes, You can! It's just a part of you, remember? If you were only a machine, you never could have fought back for this long.
She's right. She's right. John! Mr. Aura!
Smart, Ruby. I feel better now.
Did I stop the virus?
No. It's still there. But you've got an aura, Penny. A soul. That's who you are. Our friend. Not a machine.
Yeah.
I think you're wrong, by the way. I highly doubt you're in the same place you started. I mean, yeah, you guys have been getting your asses kicked. Some of that, my fault, but like, you're at war. You're gonna take hits. Look, I'm just going to be super pissed if you all finally decide to give up the moment I switch sides.
Switch sides, huh?
Aww.
Or like, whatever.
If you all wouldn't mind,
I'd like to be alone with
I
Emerald.
really think Ozpin would like to say something.
Oh, hey.
Go ahead.
I was recently reminded of an old fairy tale. A young girl flees the consequences of a choice to a magical place. But having never learned from her initial failure, she only succeeds in spreading it. I failed all of you. I should have trusted you with the truth, and should never have run the day you discovered it.
It was rough, but
I think after everything that's happened here, we understand. Trust is
a risk.
And I hope it's a risk you can take on me again.
I can still feel it fighting me.
I can't just keep amping her forever.
We can't keep Ironwood waiting.
Ah!
Guys, she has to go to the vault.
That's actually a risk we haven't considered.
She'll do it. The Academy enters
So I'll give Emerald a lot of shit in this. And, you know, like her like wave and mommy issues with Cinder. That speech was fantastic. It was great. It had so much like humor in it. And just the delivery, the voice actress completely knocked that out of the park.
Yep, because it felt very honest and authentic as opposed to being a speech.
Mm-hmm.
This is a speech in a pivotal moment.
Exactly.
It's like,
yep.
No, it really felt like somebody who was sitting there thinking, come on, guys, get your shit together.
Yeah.
You know? Brilliantly handled by the voice actress. Well written, well executed. Just that was all around a really great moment.
Yeah. It was just like, and yeah, you know, like I had a little bit of something to do with that.
Yep.
Just had to slide that in there and acknowledge that. I did not think that Ruby's mom would have gone through what that Faunus
Neither did I.
went through. And like, that was the first time. I mean, oof. That is just horrible to think about.
I mean, if that was alluded to when we first saw that, it went completely over my head. So I'm glad that they circled back and kind of like hit us with a 2x4 to make sure that we understood that. And like Ruby's devastation at it was tough enough to witness. Yang's breakdown, just at the words being spoken, that was so tough to see.
Yeah. So who do you think was in the elevator? I think it was somebody that like, I mean, because at the immediately after that, they talked about, you know, sending the message out and no one came. So I feel like someone did come, but like, I wonder who is in the elevator. That'd be someone that like they both kind of would recognize because they're both surprised by it. And if I feel like it was which I know the names have been said in the comments before, but I've forgotten them. Wolf Boy. Or Dog Boy.
I just call him the puppy dog.
The puppy dog.
Harriet's the one whose name I remember because I freaking hate her.
Yeah.
I don't remember anyone else's.
I feel like they would have been a little bit more like defensive. Same with Winter. They would have been more like,
they don't know that she switched sides.
Instead of being like surprised, yeah. Which was a great move by Winter, saving that kid's life.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's going to go full on betraying Ironwood right now. Or if she is going to like lock him up and be like, hey, look, this is the safest place for you right now because, you know, you were going to die. And if I let you go, then I'm going to die. So just like chill here for a little while.
I think she's going to leave with the puppy dog.
Her and her puppy dog.
Yeah. Well, I say that because like she has to have the realization in that moment that he was going to shoot him. She has to have the realization that she saved his life. And if that's the circumstance you're in, you can't go back and be like, you know, he was just having a bad day at work. I'll give him another day. Like,
yeah,
maybe he won't kill anyone tomorrow either. And then we can work with that. No, like that. He's crossed the line. She has the awareness to know he's crossed the line. I don't think she can continue to serve him, really. And she knows that he was questioning her. That moment from the last episode of him with his hand on her shoulder. I mean, we talked about that. So he has reason to be suspicious of her at this point. Now, this kind of maybe made him a little bit less suspicious, maybe, but it doesn't feel like there's a lot of runway to work with.
Yep. He's been struggling with it for a while. The other Ace Ops not believing that Iron would really go through it. Harriet being the one that like doesn't care. It's like, whatever. If you go through it, who cares? Like, mass murders a bunch of people. Whatever. I'm on board with it.
I hate her.
Because I'm mad because Clover died. So let's murder a bunch of people. Whatever. It doesn't matter. There's like...
despise her.
Yeah. There's nothing redeeming about her. And like, there are characters where you try to feel like, you try to have empathy. Be like, okay, if I was in their shoes, you know, would I act any differently? You know, I'd like to think that I would, but like, how would it really go down? For her, like, there's nothing in there where I want to try to understand her side of things and what she's going through and where she's coming from. It's like, nah, you just suck. Some people are just suck.
And I'll be honest, I don't remember that she was even all that great and likable at the start. So either she's so detestable now that any good memory of her has been washed from my brain, or she was never great to begin with. Which doesn't mean that she was a full-on villain, right? It just means that she was kind of like, meh. Like, she wasn't very, like, interesting or contributing a lot in terms of the teams and how we felt about the ASOPs. So now she is actively sinking them every time she opens her big fat mouth. I just want, again, terrible with names. I know that you shared it with us, and I do apologize that I cannot, for whatever reason, commit it to memory. But I'm gonna call her She-Hulk. I really just want to see She-Hulk like pound Harriet into the ground. That would be satisfying.
That would be.
Because she's got these awesome big muscles, and so like just to see her go like, that's what I'm hoping for.
Okay, we'll hold out hope for that. Great moment with Penny.
Yeah.
Just confirmation. She's full. She's human. She's got a soul. She's a person. She's not a robot.
She needed to hear that.
Yeah. So, warm fuzzies there.
Yeah, now we just have to get that virus out of her.
True.
Great scene between Nora and Ren. A long time coming. I love what it gave us was what felt true to each character. The scene that we want, right, is I love you, Nora. Oh, Ren, I love you too. And they are happily ever after. Like, that's what we want. That's what we've sort of been programmed and conditioned to expect through entertainment and fairy tales and all that kind of stuff. But what Nora did and what Ren did was big steps in their own individual journeys that will make them so much better together. You know, Ren bucking up the courage to deal with the guilt that he was feeling and kind of acknowledge it, and also get the courage to tell Nora how he felt and to stop. Well, we're watching Cobra Kai right now, but stop being a pussy is what I want to say. That's really big for him because he's allowed himself to kind of be shrunk by what they've been dealing with because of the guilt that he's been putting on top of himself. So now kind of breaking free of that, being courageous, saying the honest truth to Nora, that's huge. Nora, hearing what she's always wanted to hear, and yet still having the self-awareness to go, if I just say it back to you right now and like become an item with you again, I'm not going to be doing either of us justice. Like, I need to be a whole person so that we can be in a partnership rather than like me just trying to be the other half of you, which is going to like cut both of us short of being whole people.
Yeah, they both showed a lot of maturity in that scene. Nora, like one, it's just like, you know, Ren finally gets up the courage to say that he loves Nora and say, I love you. And then she's like, yeah, let's pump the brakes on that just because I need to, you know, focus on me and my needs right now and like who I am as a person. It's great. It's great that you love me. Awesome. Note it. You know, it's just not what she said. She's like, I've always loved you and whatnot. But so for Ren to not kind of lash out and, you know, it's like, oh, you know, whatever, I finally opened up to you and this is how I get treated and like, you know, shut down or whatever. Really hearing Nora and being like, okay, she waited this whole time for you. You gotta now wait for her. Like, you know, I mean, so if you really do love her, you will do that. And it's not just all about you and working on your schedule. And for Nora to, like you said, always wanting this from Ren and then finally getting it, but not falling right into it and realizing that, okay, that's great. I need something else right now, other than being in a couple. Like, I need to find out more about myself. So they just both showed great maturity in that scene. So kudos to them. And, you know, as far as Ren's concerned and his situation, it's a good lesson that, you know, not to wait so long, to tell people how you feel. And, especially if you love them and, you know, tell them every day. And this reminds me of like when we first met doing a play together, and then we were doing like a independent film, and driving home after filming one night, we were talking, and then Bethany said how it's like, oh yeah, like, you know, a lot of times what will happen is like I'll like a guy, and then I'll find out later that like he likes me, but like at the same time, but like we never did, like neither of us ever did anything, but like then we started to become friends, and then it was like too late. And like I like noted that. I'm like, okay, that is not going to be us. I'm like, because that could so easily have been me, and I, you know, wouldn't make a move because I didn't want to like ruin their friendship or anything. And so I was like, nope, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance, and you know, and now we're here. Now that has led us to this moment.
Now we're here.
Yeah,
I applaud both Nora and Ren for not getting caught up in the emotion, because especially and to the point of what they were talking about and all. Saying those words are really big.
Yeah.
Like, I still remember the date that Ken first said it to me. We were at dinner. It was December 17th. And I remember the date because it was one of those things that both of us had so thoroughly tiptoed around saying those actual words. Much of the way that Ren tiptoed around it at first. Like, what I love about you versus saying, I love you. Like, finding those different ways of having the meaning without the words attached. When something like that happens, it's very easy to get caught up in the emotion. You're very vulnerable when you say those words, right? They're probably some of the most vulnerable, that can be one of the most vulnerable moments you have, is telling someone you love them. Because then there's that moment of like, do they say it back? And you're just caught in suspense. And so, to what you said, Ren had the courage to say that, but then had the genuine love for Nora and the maturity to really hear her response and hear the intent behind it, rather than get wrapped up in the emotion of, she wants time to herself. She doesn't want to be with me. Like, you know, which can be taken as a rejection. What Nora was really saying is like, I want to be the best version of myself when we are together. And so like, I owe myself and you to an extent going out and finding myself fully so that we can be that together. And then Nora just not getting wrapped up in the emotion of hearing the I love you and feeling like she instantly has to fall into a role for it. Because like, again, especially when you've wanted to hear those words and then you finally do, there feels like there's a certain response you're supposed to have, or like a certain something, like what's the next moment after that. But like there's a perception of like what it is to have those words said to you, especially if you wanted to hear them for so long in that romantic way that Nora has been waiting on Ren to communicate it. So just both of them having the semblance of, or the presence of mind to not get wrapped up in the emotion of it is in and of itself pretty darn amazing.
So December 17th for me, and I'm still waiting for Bethany to respond to that question. I think she does. I mean, you know, we've been through a lot, but one of these days I'm hoping to hear it back.
Maybe. You know, healthy marriage. I keep them in suspense. This is how you maintain interest.
That's true. Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. The episode, not about, you know, her not saying I love you to me. And if you want all of our reactions for RWBY, we got a playlist for you. Thanks for checking out our RWBY reaction, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.